The summer heat had turned the entire neighborhood into an oven. The air shimmered above the sidewalks, and every breath felt heavy. I had been fixing air conditioners for years, but nothing prepared me for the moment I walked toward my best friend's house with a battered toolbox in one hand and a simple hope in my heart. I thought it would be another routine repair that would take an hour before I headed home. I had no idea that by the time I left that house, one sentence would completely change the direction of my life. As I tightened the last screw and reached the front door, my friend's mother looked at me with tired eyes full of gratitude and quietly stopped me. "Not so fast. I still need you." Those words carried a weight far greater than fixing a broken machine. Before we continue, if you believe kindness deserves a second chance and that even the smallest act of compassion can change someone's life, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Whispered Kindness. Your support helps these stories reach people who may need hope today. I had known my friend Ethan since elementary school. We grew up riding bicycles through dusty streets, sharing cheap lunches, and dreaming about futures that seemed impossible for boys raised in families struggling to pay monthly bills. His mother, Linda, was the kind of woman everyone respected. She worked long hours at a local grocery store after losing her husband years earlier. She never complained, even when life gave her every reason to. Whenever I visited their home as a teenager, she always managed to offer homemade cookies or a glass of lemonade, even when I knew money was painfully tight. Years passed, and life pushed us in different directions. Ethan moved several states away for work, while I stayed behind, building a small business repairing heating and cooling systems. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills. Some months were good, while others left me wondering if I would have enough money to keep my old pickup running. Still, I loved solving problems that made people's lives more comfortable. One afternoon, Ethan called me sounding worried. His mother's air conditioner had completely failed during one of the hottest weeks of the year. Because he lived so far away, he asked if I could check on her. He insisted on paying whatever it cost, but I laughed and told him to save his money. Friends didn't keep score. When I arrived, I immediately noticed the curtains were closed to block the blazing sunlight. Even so, the house felt unbearably hot. Linda greeted me with a warm smile despite sweat forming across her forehead. She apologized repeatedly for bothering me, but I reminded her that she had spent years treating me like family. Helping her wasn't a favor. It felt like returning a small piece of the kindness she had shown me growing up. The old air conditioning unit had clearly reached the end of its life. Several major components had failed, and replacing everything would normally cost more than she could comfortably afford. As I examined the system, I realized I had a few used but reliable replacement parts stored in my workshop from previous jobs. They weren't brand new, but they would work safely for years. I drove back across town, collected everything I needed, and spent nearly 6 hours under the scorching sun repairing the unit. By evening, cold air finally flowed through the vents. The entire house slowly transformed from unbearable heat into peaceful comfort. Linda's eyes filled with relief as she stood near the living room vent, letting the cool breeze wash across her face. Moments like that reminded me why I loved my work. Sometimes fixing a machine meant restoring someone's peace of mind. When I packed my tools and refused to accept full payment, she tried arguing with me. I accepted only enough to cover the replacement parts because I knew she needed every extra dollar. She thanked me repeatedly as I walked toward the front door. That was when everything changed. She gently called my name and quietly said she still needed me. I turned around, expecting another question about the thermostat or maintenance schedule. Instead, she walked into the hallway and returned carrying an old wooden box covered with faded scratches. She placed it carefully on the kitchen table as though it contained something precious. Inside were dozens of letters, photographs, report cards, and newspaper clippings collected over decades. Many of the pictures included me standing beside Ethan during birthdays, baseball games, school plays, and family barbecues. Linda smiled through tears and admitted something she had never told anyone. After losing her husband, there were many nights she wondered if she could keep going. Raising a son alone while working endless shifts had nearly broken her spirit. During those difficult years, seeing Ethan laugh with his best friend reminded her that goodness still existed. She confessed that my visits had brought light into a house that often felt filled with loneliness. Without realizing it, I had become part of the family that helped her survive the darkest chapter of her life. I didn't know what to say. I had always believed I was simply another neighborhood kid eating free cookies after school. I never imagined my presence had carried such meaning. Then she reached into the box one final time and handed me an envelope with my name written across it. Inside was a letter her late husband had written before he passed away. He had described the importance of recognizing good people while they were still alive instead of waiting until it was too late. At the bottom of the letter he wrote that if life ever became difficult, they should always remember to thank those whose kindness quietly carried others forward. Linda looked at me with a gentle smile and explained that she had wanted to give me the letter for years but never found the right moment. Watching me refuse extra payment because I genuinely cared convinced her that the time had finally come. I drove home that evening with tears blurring the road ahead. My business had been struggling for months. I often questioned whether I had chosen the right career. Reading that letter reminded me that success wasn't measured only by bank accounts or expensive houses. Sometimes it was measured by the invisible difference we made in someone else's life without ever knowing it. The following week, I started something new. Every month I reserved one day to repair heating or cooling systems for elderly residents who couldn't afford expensive repairs. At first it was only one family. Then local suppliers donated spare parts. Volunteers began helping. Before long, our small community project had repaired dozens of homes. News spread faster than I expected. Local businesses donated equipment. Former customers volunteered their weekends. Even Ethan flew home to help organize fundraising events. What began as a simple favor for a friend's mother slowly became a movement that reminded neighbors they were stronger together than alone. Linda attended nearly every event despite her busy schedule. She always carried the same gentle smile that had welcomed two hungry boys years earlier. Whenever someone thanked her for inspiring the project, she would quietly point toward me instead. I always pointed back toward her. Neither of us accepted the credit because deep down we understood the truth. Kindness rarely belongs to one person. It travels from heart to heart until no one remembers where it first began. Years later, whenever I pass that neighborhood, I still think about that unbearably hot afternoon. I remember believing I had simply repaired a broken air conditioner. In reality, someone had repaired something inside me. I regained my purpose, my confidence, and my belief that ordinary people can create extraordinary change through simple acts of compassion. If this story has touched your heart so far, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who believes kindness still exists, leave a heartfelt comment, and subscribe to Whispered Kindness. Your support encourages more stories that remind us the world is still filled with hope. Special request, please comment below and tell us about one small act of kindness that changed your life or someone else's. Your story may inspire another person who needs hope today. As I think back to that day, I no longer remember the heat, the broken machine, or the hours spent working under the blazing sun. I remember a simple sentence that carried more meaning than I could ever imagine. Sometimes the greatest repairs have nothing to do with tools, wires, or machines. Sometimes they happen quietly inside human hearts. And when kindness is freely given without expecting anything in return, it has a remarkable way of coming back when we need it most, reminding us that even the smallest act of compassion can echo across generations and become the reason someone chooses hope instead of giving up. If you'd like, I can also make this story more cinematic, more suspenseful, and closer to 1,500 words for even better YouTube audience retention.